What's going on? This is Donald Washington. I'm your host. Now, I've been wanting to do a show about jealousy and envy in the black community because it is such a problem. Everybody, you're human. You possess jealous emotion, every one of us. Not half, not some, every one of us. If you ever hear somebody say, "Oh, I'm never jealous of nobody," those are the ones to watch out for. Because you're a liar, and especially somebody says you can't trust me, you know damn well you shouldn't trust no one, and you shouldn't even want to. Somebody say, "Donald, I don't trust you," you shouldn't. You're not supposed to. That makes you smart. I don't trust anybody. I trust my family, my blood family. Outside of that, sorry. However, jealousy and envy. As a videographer, I used to go on YouTube and I used to see documentaries that are so much better than mine, and I used to be jealous. I didn't even want to watch them. I didn't want to subscribe to their channels. I didn't even want to look at it. However, it's how you channel that energy, that jealousy that defines you. I had to say, wait a minute, let me channel that jealousy. Let me watch these channels. Watch them channels. Study what they did. Study what they didn't do. I'm going to bring y'all to Dr. Umar in a hot second. Because as a black man, he's experienced so much jealousy. I've seen people, "Oh, forget him." Why? Why would you hate somebody that's fighting his every day for you? For you, for his people. Who is the smartest man, in my opinion, in our struggle. Smartest one. That's why they don't want him on the mainstream media, because he's too smart. Fox News, they want somebody they can easily walk over, run over. Roland Martin did a horrible interview with him that they tried to jump on the brother. And why are you questioning this man's credentials? I don't care, doctorate or not. So I'm going to get to the point to where they're trying to take his doctorate degree out of Philly or Pennsylvania, and bring him up on charges. However, Dr. Umar is forever going to be that black conscious brother that's for our people. But I wanted to bring y'all jealousy and envy. You think, when I first got in the game, and just when I turned like 19, 20, my father used to tell me, it's not going to be somebody on the other side that's your biggest threat. Your biggest threat is going to come from the inside, somebody right next to you. And that's the problem black people face. You think it's going to be someone else. It's going to be your own brother who you would have put on. Didn't even have to ask you, you would have put them on. If you win $1 billion today, you will have to move out of the country. Because the person you will give $1 million to, that's the one that's going to come after you. Because even after you give them $1 million, it ain't enough. There's still jealousy and envy. You have more than them. And which is a sad tragedy in the black community. Instead of, if you can't beat them, join them. Study them. Everybody has their own 24 hours in the day. You got the same 24 hours, I got the same 24 hours. How you channel that energy is up to you. Everybody's, especially in the black community, man, we're so jealous of each other is because we've all grown up without nothing. We've grown up super very poor and had to fight our way out of poverty. That's why we out here buying Jordans, rims, stuff we can't afford to try to outshine the next man, try to look better, and we needed that. That was cool back in the 20s. If you're still doing that 30, kill yourself. However, we as a people need to get over that. We have way too many struggles to be jealous and envious of each other. How can somebody be jealous and envious of a black man that's doing and fighting for you? That's going to be your biggest enemy. And Dr. Umar even said it. Dr. Umar first became, pretty famous, and everybody's really started to catch on to him after the documentary Tariq Nasheed directed, Hidden Colors. He's appeared on a lot of other stuff. I read his bio, and I follow his YouTube, his Facebook page. Facebook, he does a lot of live videos. very, very intelligent brother. He's a doctor of psychology and brings a lot of knowledge. I'm going to bring y'all the situation on what he's going through now. Take a look.
Brothers and sisters, I'm here tonight because many of you have seen, you have heard, you have read the information that has been shared across social network about the fact that the state of Pennsylvania has brought me up on charges by way of the State Board of Psychology. I have been ordered to stand trial in the state capital of Pennsylvania in Harrisburg on the first Monday of the new year, other than January 1st, and that is January the 8th. I am going. I want to apologize to my brothers and sisters in Tokyo. You had already arranged the events and the venues in Tokyo well ahead of time. You did your job.
I'm going to fast forward and past this part. He's talking about the events and something I respect about him too. If you book the event, a lot of these so-called celebrities will tell you just not come. And let me tell y'all something. A point Dr. Umar always makes is that he was collecting funds to build a school in which black people need. We need our own school. Why would we come out of slavery and have the people that put us in slavery teach our children? We have Black History Month. I didn't even know we had a black national anthem. I didn't know about anybody else except Martin Luther King. They didn't teach me about Malcolm X. They didn't teach me about Marcus Garvey. Nobody. Dr. Umar is willing to bring that to us with the school. Who do you think black people hate the most? Dr. Umar. Oh, what is he doing? Why are you questioning this man's credentials? I don't care if you got a doctorate or not. I don't. As long as you're helping my people, you 100 with me. Why are you questioning what he does with his funding? Because nobody's questioning Hennessy. You give billions to Hennessy a year, black people. You know how much Hennessy donated black to black community? Zero. Michael Jordan, you buying Jordan, you putting billions into Jordans. If you ever question what he does with his money, I tell you what he does with his money. Not a dime for the black community. We give billions to Mercedes-Benz. You never question Mercedes and Dr. Umar. This is quotes from Dr. Umar. Even though I would like to make it seem like it's my own words. But he says it. How much money you give to Mercedes-Benz? You don't question them. How much they get put back in the black community? Nothing. Black women, we give $9 billion a year on your hair. How much has the Chinese community put back in the black community? Zero. In fact, they're negative, like a negative billion, because they come in the black community, snatch all the money out. So they in the red. We give $9 billion to them. They give nothing and take $9 billion more from us with Chinese food stores and hair stores and whatnot. So we are as backwards people. But however, who do we question? The man is trying to fight for us the most. We have to do better.
Best of my ability and to the best of my knowledge, that event will take place in Toronto, Canada in February. All of the events that I have agreed to on a college campus for my credibility. Many of you have taken every opportunity presented to you to try to destroy the image and the work of Dr. Umar Johnson. Although I am the only, I repeat, I am the only, I will say again, I am the only personality in the black consciousness circuit with my expertise in child mental health, special education, and school psychology. Despite that, I'm the only one who can give black parents that type of expertise.
I was watching Dr. Boyce Watkins, and he was having a problem with Dr. Umar saying, I'm the only. And he said, I'm the only in the conscious community that, he represents. He's not saying he's the only doctor out there. However, man, that's my brother. Any of these, what I'm saying? You my brother. I don't have a problem. A lot of people just nitpick at everything somebody does. Come on, people.
Within the conscious community, you didn't care enough about our children. You didn't care enough about our children to say hands off of Dr. Umar because he's doing the work that no other speaker in the conscious community can do.
I would have to agree with him. You don't hear a lot of these people say, shop black on. A lot of these people say, oh, do this for yourself. make $1 million, but if you don't tell them to spend it in the black community, bring it back, you spend it in the white community, it benefits us zero, none.
Let me say that again. He's doing the work that no other speaker in the conscious community can do. He's filling a void that no other speaker in the conscious community can fill. That doesn't make me more important, because those brothers and sisters also have expertises and interests and competencies that the community can benefit as well.
Now, he just cleared it up. He said other people have those abilities as well. Dr. Boyce Watkins yesterday was saying, oh, I got a problem because he's saying he's the only one. No, he just cleared it up. He said, no, I give props to everybody else because they do this work as well.
I'm simply stating that when it comes to the school to prison pipeline, I am the foremost expert in that area, not just in black consciousness, but within black America.
Now, whether he is or not, I could care less. He does. He's the forerunner. He's the, you know what I'm saying? Nobody else is watching anybody else. I don't even know of anybody else speaking on the prison pipeline. So far as him, he is the only one leader out there that's doing the work as far as with the school to prison pipeline. Anyway.
So it does hurt me. It does hurt me for someone who have worked as long as I have and have given their life as fully and as in-depth.
And you know something else? That is, whenever you're an entrepreneur or doing anything in your life, it's going to hurt that the people who come after you the most will be the people you love the most. That's who's going to come after you. The people who will never support you will be the people you love the most and who you support the most. I got YouTube videos. Some of my YouTube videos did 2 million views. I got 2 million views videos. I got one video that did 1 million. I got like 2 others that did 800,000. Make a long story short, I got about like 8 viral videos. You want to know how many family and friends shared those videos? One video did 50,000 shares and 30,000 likes. You want to know how many family and friends shared it and liked it? Like 2, maybe 3. And I got a lot of family and a lot of friends. 2, maybe 3. It hurt at first. The first year, I'm like, yo, my family won't even like it. Let alone share it. When I see my family stuff, I just like, even before I even read it. Like, watch it, if it's a video or whatever. However, family, friends, not community, man, it's horrible.
And as selflessly as I have to be attacked by members of the very same community that I sought to help. Yes, the campaign began right here in my own city, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, with a brother who I used to work with at an African Senate charter school. He was the first to write articles about me not having a doctorate.
That's how it come. The brothers you trust the most, who know you the most, those are the ones that are going to come after you. Look no further. If your house get robbed, look no further than your friends who you would have gave everything in your house to.
Obviously a lie. Okay, he was the first to write letters about me stating I was misusing the funds. Obviously a lie. And then another brother who's not from Philadelphia but was living here at the time joined in on the charade and joined in on the campaign. And then a sister from Texas joined in. And then other people joined in simply because they had nothing better to do and clearly could not have been working on behalf of African people.
Yeah, and that's real. Because they have simply nothing else to do. You didn't do anything to these people. You haven't harmed or hurt any of these people. You would have more than likely helped these people. This is somebody that's helping your people. Why would you even hate and be jealous and envious of Dr. Umar?
Because there's no way you can have time to tear down the foremost scholar in this country if you genuinely have something of significance to do for black people.
And a lot of people hate that he says he's the most foremost scholar, this, that, and the other. Look here, man. You know what, man? As long as you're doing the work, I don't care if Dr. Martin Luther King said, oh, I'm the best. I wouldn't care. So what, man? As long as you're helping our people, you 100 with me.
As you all know, GoFundMe. I got a message from GoFundMe that they intend to take down or remove the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy campaign from their platform if I do not provide them with a statement of funds and with a contact number for the realtor of FDMG. To this second, I have not moved to provide them with the information that they have requested. And the reason I have not moved to provide them with the information that they have requested is because I have already previously provided them with the bank statement and the bank details and have given them full legal permission to contact the bank without my presence to find out whether or not a single penny of the funds donated to me in the cause of building America's first independent black boy academy based strictly off the principles of revolutionary Pan-African nationalism and international economics. I gave them permission to contact the bank to find out if Dr. Umar misappropriated a single penny of any of the funds that you all have so graciously given me from your earnings over the past years. But rather than do that, they continue to harass me. Every time one of you, not white people, but black people, every time one of you complains about me to GoFundMe, they contact me asking for information that they have already received. And given the fact that GoFundMe keeps so much of the money, the funds that are donated, of that $402,000 that you see on the platform's website, we've only received about $250,000, maybe $275,000 of your donations. For the sake of convenience, GoFundMe has kept over $125,000 to $50,000 of that money, just for the sake of convenience, robbing us, and then have the audacity to ask for proof when you've taken already so much money from us, when you've already been provided with that proof. So as far as I'm concerned, they can pretty much suspend the campaign, which will in turn force all of you to send your donations in by check or by money order. Brothers and sisters, I'm not a crook. I am not a thief. My ambitions and my interests are a lot greater than...
Let me tell you something. The church is robbing the black community. They got mega churches, 2 blocks long. Bentleys, Benz, Creflo Dollar came out and said, I want a helicopter. A $92 million jet, not even the low. He didn't even lowball his congregation. He didn't even say, I want the cheapest one. I just need a congregation. He want the most expensive. And his average congregation makes less than $30,000. Creflo. You think black people question the church? No. Nope. They question somebody that's willing to help you put your money back in your community with the school. That's what we question. We don't question the church. You think people question Creflo about his $2 million mansions? Why do you need 2 mansions, 32 rooms, and it's just 2, you and your wife? You got 32 bedrooms, it's just you and your wife. Takes $60,000 a month to maintain one of his mansions, and that's who y'all don't even want to question Creflo. Y'all don't want to question none of these pastors riding Bentleys while you catch the bus to church. And you give all your hard-earned money to the church, and yet you don't see a penny coming back. And the black community don't see a penny coming back from the church because all that money, that the pastor don't even live in your community. He live in $1 million community with white folks who won't even hire your people. We go to their community, spend all our money. They put all that money into their community, building it up. Then we wonder why our children don't have no jobs. Why are our children killing each other? And this is why. We'd rather question Umar all day. I see statuses on Facebook questioning Umar, but not a word about your pastor driving a Mercedes-Benz, Bentleys. There's a Detroit pastor, and Detroit houses are worth less than $5,000. The pastor got 2 Rolls Royces. His congregation is worth less than $10,000 each. None of them, they don't even have $10,000. That's what we question, though. That's black people. We are backwards.
I want to do for our people, and what I want to do for our young people goes beyond money. I know many of the hustlers in the conscious community, and I know that many of the hustlers in the black community can't think beyond their next meal, can't think beyond their next shopping spree, can't think beyond their next rent or mortgage payment. But Dr. Umar Johnson is a visionary. I think in-depthly and I think very far into the future in terms of how I can best make a contribution to impact our people. But it bothers me that the same thing that was done to the Honorable Marcus Messiah Garvey, it bothers me that the same thing that was done to the Honorable Marcus Messiah Garvey, greatest black leader and organizer of the 20th century, 100 years ago. 100 years ago. Black men and women went to the government of the United States and begged them to destroy Marcus Garvey, begged them to incarcerate Marcus Garvey, begged them to deport Marcus Garvey. And so here we are 100 years later, and as a race of people, we still have not learned. 100 years later, and the same thing that was done to the king of Pan-Africanism is now being done to the prince of Pan-Africanism. But I want all my supporters to know, and I want all my college student supporters to know, and I want all the elders and the teenagers and the little children who support me, the unnamed millions from Africa to Australia, to the United Kingdom, to the Caribbean, to Central and South America, to Canada, to the South Pacific, to China, to Japan, throughout the entire world. I want my supporters to know that I will not abandon my post. I will not abandon my mission. I will not abandon my agenda.
And that's love. I'm gonna put a link to this video in the comments section so y'all can check out the rest of it. I'm not gonna show y'all all of it on here. And that's the hardest part. That the people you fight for the most will be the ones who will tear you down. We don't know any better. See, let me tell you something. We like an easy target. Everybody, an easy target. We know that a lot of other folks, white folks, we can't do nothing to. We can't touch them. So we'd rather touch each other because everybody likes an easy target. We would rather complain on Dr. Umar. We ain't complaining about nobody else. Chinese food store ain't put a dime in your community. You're going to go there today and spend all your money with them. When there's a jerk chicken spot right across the street, there's other food spots when you can just go to the grocery store and buy your food, bring it back. Black-owned restaurants, we won't support it. A lot of black people out there yelling this, that, and the other would rather jump on Facebook and make statuses about how much they doing for the community and go to the Chinese food spot. Go to these different places that don't never outside of your community. They don't support your community. Don't put a dime in your community. Or go out of your community to spend all your money. That's what I wanted to talk about. Jealousy and envy in our community. We must get over it. If you cannot beat them, join them. Learn how they did. Learn how they spend their 24 hours and become that. A lot of us would rather pull our brother down. And I know a lot of cases to where rap game, acting, all types of stuff. With somebody else that was right next to him, every single actor and singer, rapper can tell you they had somebody who they would have brought up with them. Eminem did too. Eminem right-hand man. They ended up falling out. We don't even know his name. Eminem was one of the big famous rappers in the game. Anyway, jealousy, envy is something we must move past. Anyway, make sure y'all like, comment. Y'all have good holidays. Peace.